Kinds of things, pulling out the chair, holding the door, opening the door. Like, come on. I had a guy once. I never opened or closed the door. He said, "No, you're not. You're not doing that." And we were together for 6 years. Probably my longest relationship. Um, and he wanted children, but I told him 30 within the 30 days that we knew each other. After listening and us rocking and rolling, and I told him that I was not interested in having children. I believe I was in my 40s, and I still had my ovaries and my uterus, fallopian tubes, my cervix, which I still have all of those except I just never wanted children. I did not want children since I was 10 years old. Now, don't ask me how I knew, but I did. And I didn't want children. But he tried. I think he thought that he could convince me to have a child for him. And to this day, I don't regret it. There were men after that I came in contact with that I didn't feel would have been a good dad to my children or to my child. And I never met a man that I wanted to have a child for. I never even met a man that I wanted to get married to. So, with that being said, I would, within 30 days, I would say, because, you need to at least have some conversations prior to having children. And this is when you're younger, because at 69, going on 70, I'm not worried about anybody wanting any goddamn children. You feel me? No, we're not doing that. Not even adopting. I was in the school system for 28 years. That was enough for me. I was convinced after my very first day in the classroom that I did not want children. So, that's that. Now, men in my inbox, please, respect yourself. Dangling your penis, or, which I think is really funny, is, can I send you a picture of my D? Absolutely not. I'm glad he asked. So he does have some kind of respect for himself. But come on, what am I going to do with a picture? I don't want that. I don't mind verbally engaging with people in my inbox, because I try to be friendly. And, sometimes they say hi, I say hi back. There's no harm in that. It's okay. But if you're going to start having a conversation with me, please speak English, be able to spell, be able to articulate yourself, or don't even bother. Don't bother. And in addition to all of that, don't talk about especially if we began dating, which I don't date men off social media. I've met men off of social media, modeling, doing movies, or, bump into them and they say, oh yeah, I follow you. And so I may have some words, or depending on what I'm doing, I try to be courteous, at least. Don't think I want to date you, because I don't. I'd rather meet you face to face in any type of place, event, assembly, whatever. But I am not in desperation to have a man. I am not in desperation to have sex. I'm not even in desperation to be hugged or caressed and all of that, because not only do I date myself, but I pamper myself. I do all the things that I think that I need. I do. And that's cool. If I never have sex again, I am good. I really am. I don't masturbate. And it's all good. I'm content with my life. It's only going to get better as I'm approaching 70. I think that it is absolutely amazing that I am as healthy as I am, and I look the way that I do, and I'm still sharp on my feet. The words come out just as good as it did before, if not better. So, you know what I always say. Do the right thing for the right reason, but most importantly, do it at the right time. And if you do that, all will be well. Across the board, you are lined up, and there's nothing but good stuff that can happen to you. The other day, I was at a casino, and my credit card fell. How about person said, "Excuse me, miss, you dropped." He picked it up and handed it to me. Now, those are the type of things that comes back to me, and what I believe is, me putting good energy out and me getting good energy in. I would not have known that I dropped it until I went to look for it, and then I would have canceled it. And of course, anything that was on it, of course, I would be responsible for. But still, the inconvenience. So, I don't worry about stuff. I'm not a worrier. I'm not trying to get no wrinkles on my face. Seriously. I don't even really like to smile that much. That's a shame, right? Because I really don't. I don't want to stretch my skin. I know that's crazy. Look, we all have idiosyncrasies. And I have mine, like everyone else. Although I don't include myself in a lot of things, because I speak of myself. I can say me. I say, well, everybody else does it. No, that's not who I am. Because some of the things that I do, no one does. They not like us. They not like us. Or they not like me. The things that I would do, the extent that I would go to do certain things, most people won't do it. And how I know that? Because I talk to people. And people limit themselves. I talk to sisters. They say, I have a weakness for this, I have a weakness for that. Or, I have a hard time doing this. I'm like, well, this is what you can do. This is what I do. Now, if you choose not to do it, that's on you. Don't look at me like I'm some enigma, like from outer space or something. The things that I do consistently, and I'm committed. And since I donated my body to science, when they get my body, I want them to say, wow, she really took good care of herself. That's it. I want them to know that people do take care of themselves. Now, have I done some extra things? Absolutely. And will I continue to do extra things? Absolutely. Will you know it? Probably, because I post everything. I'm like really an open book. I'm very transparent. And it has a lot to do with my confidence, I believe. Do I have an ego? Yes. Can it get torn down? Can humility seep in? Absolutely. I don't have a problem saying I'm sorry if I'm wrong. If I could promptly admit it, cool. Sometimes it takes me a little longer. But for the most part, I know when I'm wrong. And I would admit it. Because I like to sleep good at night. I like to sleep with nothing on my mind, something that I didn't do. I do like a little inventory, and I think about my day, and I'm like, there are days when I gotta make a phone call, or I gotta write something down. Maybe I was inspired to write a poem, or I remembered, oh my goodness, I have to do that. But for the most part, I allow people to be where they are, because I want to be allowed to be where I'm at. So, as always, enjoy your life. Don't tell people to have a safe flight. I think that's probably one of the craziest things, because I don't have anything to do with it. I don't fly the plane. I don't have any experience in that area. So no, I am not going to have a safe flight. I'm going to have a great flight. I'm going to enjoy my flight. And I may even sit next to someone that makes my trip even better. That has happened. So, I enjoy waking up. Someone said to me today, do you really need a reason? I said, well, what's the dress code? He says, do you need a reason to get dressed? And I said, waking up is good enough for me. Have a good day.